What up, people? It's your boy, Master Trudy, out here with another comic review, and now we got Justice League number 3. Man, we're still in the totality. Last we saw, John Stewart was taken control of by the ultraviolet spectrum, which of course he met when he met with Sinestro. And we can see that from there, the Justice League is having problems with him. Art's done by Jorge Jimenez. Of course, Scott Snyder's doing his thing. I really liked it. So we get there, and this pretty much talks about a young Sinestro. He's going around and he's exploring. And of course, when he was younger, he found the ultraviolet spectrum and was about to take it. And he see that we just see Umbrax, like my God, and then he's trying to find a way to lock away the power. He thought it was dangerous. But of course, before he locked it, he noticed that a green light came from the sky, and that's when he became a Green Lantern, of course. But then we get to John right here. You just see, hey, just see John. It's like whatever has a grip. It's like whatever has you in a grip, you're our friend. You're better than this. You just see, no, I'm not. Oh, I've seen what's inside me die. What's inside every living being. There's no helping me or anyone else. So he just starts attacking them. One woman tries going on. She tries to lasso him. But then, of course, John just takes her out. Bam, you will not. It's like even with the Speed Force compromise, Barry Allen moves faster than the brain's synaptic energy. And Barry's telling him to snap out of it, but he gets hit too, gets taken down. So John is just having his way with these people. And he's trying. Aquaman tries to fight. And then we just see Arthur reaches out, tries to influence him, tries to find a link. Just see, go fish, Aquaman. Now you die because the flesh is weak. And just like that, John Stewart unleashes the full power of the ultraviolet light, draining the League's shame, their hatred, making a monster. So it seems to take their emotions of hatred and anger and make power out of it. So he takes out Aquaman. But then Cyborg comes in, and he manages to block it. Bam. And I say, Vic, there's still enough man in you to fuel your darkest self. I can feel it calling out to me. Here, let me rip it out. Let me rip it out for you. But then, of course, Cyborg goes in, takes it out. So that was some good action right there. Meanwhile, in the side of the totality, we just see all of these condors and vultures that were in the desert have been mutated by the totality. And Superman and Martian Manhunter are fighting them off. Of course, their suits have been destroyed, but luckily, Batman and Hawkwoman are in their bodies trying to kill these things that might mutate their own genetic structure. I see on the next page, so they're mutating something totally in the totality. And it's like, and development, yes, it seems the totality wants to draw out their basic survival instincts to protect itself, and without our suits, I can feel it happening on a molecular level to us too. Batman, it feels like you're losing it there. You see, are you losing? I'm directly hooked to your nervous system, Kent. Ask me that again and you'll start dancing. And we've seen you all dance. Hawkgirl, I'm merely through the first mutated cluster. You? I thought I was going to say I thought I was, but they keep coming. It's strange. It's almost like they're bypassing the brain matter and coming directly from me. That doesn't make sense. Yeah, well, we're fighting cosmic mutagens inside our friends' brains. Not much makes sense currently. So they're trying to kill these things off. They still they're still trying to kill them off like that. Then we just see that something's following her sake. It's like there's no telling what things are looking. And just point, Hawkgirl, proceed with caution. We just see Lex, who's been inside Clark's body, saying, yes. Meanwhile, in the Hall of Justice, we see that John is waking up. And it's like, Mr. Trivic, what happened? Saying, you tell it, John. And it's like, I was in deep space when I caught wind of an unidentified energy signal. I traced that and found you here. So they demand an explanation. I was like, what energy were you wielding? And he said it's called the invisible spectrum. While you control the emotional spectrum, the invisible spectrum controls you. How have we never heard of this before? With the whole crayon box of lanterns, I mean, where'd this one come from? So John explains pretty much that you weren't here, Barry, but years ago I battled I battled with the League against anti-life on a planet called Zanshi. It's like before I was with Jean, but his fear of fire, I thought he was slowing me down, so I left him behind. I was rash. I rushed, and the planet died. It was my fault. Millions of lives gone. Afterwards, I searched for anything that would help me bring sanity back. I found a book describing a spectrum beyond the one we knew. The book was one man's mission to make sure it was never unlocked. Whose job? It's like Sinestro's. And what he described was terrifying. The spectrum is the heart of is a living phantom galaxy powered by a sentient black sun called Umbrax. So, he basically says Umbrax moves through space, drawn towards planets where self-destruct forces are the strongest, usually primitive outliers. It surrounds these places, animating them with energy and pulls them into its galaxy. There's no stopping it. Once it's locked onto a planet. And the source wall breaking, it opened the door. That's what kicked things off, sure, but there's more. Sinestro wrote that the invisible spectrum was tied to 6 other hidden forces, all of them locked by cosmic stasis that had to be accessed first. It's like, the still force, you tell me it's real? I wasn't sure if anything was real, but apparently it all took over my brain and tried to kill you, so basically they think that Sinestro freed it. He must be feeding Umbrax primitive plasma somewhere on the outer rim. It's like, if he feeds it enough, it could become too powerful to fight. And if he brings it here, he could do every living being what he did to me. He'd have the most powerful core in the universe. So, to go right, divide and conquer. They're trying to find it. But okay, so they have that plan. Meanwhile, back in the totality, it's like look, Superman, the realm is changing. It's opening up. You just see still taking it slow. Batman, what's it like in there? Immediate cells are slowing a bit. It's like they're more mysterious, indecipherable. You're right, we should be wary. Yeah, it feels like the calm before the storm. So they investigate and they find what looks to be part of the source wall. It's like these beings, they're the giants trapped in the source wall. We've never really understood who they are, their stories. I sense life in them. And then Superman tells Martian Man to be careful. And then they see, don't you see? The Totality's trying to talk to us. I know it. I can read their minds. And then, Superman's telling him to slow down. It's like their faces look so familiar. It's like, no, we can't, Superman. This is what the Totality requires from us. A leap of faith. I believe that there is something good at heart of it. And then, of course, Lex is like, that's right, Martian. Don't slow down. Do it. So Lex is looking very maniacal. It's like, I have to know, Cal. So Manhunter Reed tries to read its mind. He receives it, but then he sees something else. He sees destruction, and he's like, no, what if I see? And he's like, you. So he's trying to get away from them. It's another level of defense. The first abomination. You must be destroyed. It's like, oh, it's too late to get away from this alien. So everything seems to be going according to Lex's plan. Meanwhile, they go down to somewhere in the sea. It's like, look at this place. Maybe I'll send the invisible jet. You realize they can see you. They just can't see the jet. They just see, would you like it? It's like, why would it work like that? So, with the banter, the science are practically Amazonian. What's going on here? The technology is Atlantean, but outdated, hundreds of years old. I don't know how this is possible, but I don't like it. So you don't know? I thought I knew everything there was about the Speed Force. Now I'm not sure. If anything, we need answers fast. So they go in and they see like what looks to be a white Martian, but the facial structures looks to be more animalistic. So then we see that something has cracked, and then they come out and they start attacking Aquaman, Flash, and Wonder Woman. It's like, how many... So this seems to be a Luthor planet. It's like, how many of Luthor's plans have failed over the years? This was like, no, it can't be. Sean, talk to me. What did you see? And yet this one will work. It's like, now, attach to the other pod and enter. Are you there? Oh, I'm here. So we see that, guys, my comms just went down. What's going on? So Hawkgirl's comms have been taken down, and then we see one badass picture. Look at my man, the Joker, just all over Hawkgirl like this, man. It's like he's ready to wreak havoc. This is definitely one of my favorite pages. So you just see, we just see them go back to the moon, where they're trying to track down Umbrax. And then, of course, Sinestro pops up, and he's like, Sinestro's like, why are you doing this? You're the one who helped lock the invisible spectrum. Why would you set Umbrax free? And Sinestro's like, I wasn't going to, dear boy. The truth is, I came to that lonely sector to lock it away once again. But when I arrived, Umbrax already slipped away. Bonds are broken by the activation of the Still Force. I was prepared to track it some primitive system and lock it away again until I saw where it had gone. So help us and stop it. Be a damn hero for once. And he's like, ha. In folk tales, a hero is someone who is changed by the truth. And I was, as you will soon be. And we just see John's like, where is it, damn it? As I wrote, it is drawn to worlds with the darkest, most self-destructive energy. Now connect and see where it went first, Stewart. And so we just see him attack John Stewart with the ultraviolet again. See, he's like, John, what's happening? He's seeing the true cyborg, what everyone will soon see. That the world that drew Umbrax to it was yours. And see the invisible spectrum already here, and the Earth is joining its ranks. So it would seem that Umbrax has tracked down Earth. Earth is in trouble. And we just see the totality. Scott Snyder, Part 3, Jorge Jimenez, the artist. Next, the soul system ain't big enough for the two of them. Boom. Now, this was another fantastic issue. This really is moving well. This is definitely a Justice League book. They're just getting into hijinks. No type of countries are in trouble or something like that. The world is in trouble. They're handling universal threats, and that's what the Justice League is about. I give this a 9 out of 10. I think definitely the issues have been getting better, and this is a good read. I recommend it. So thank y'all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe for the notifications. Make sure you're notified. Once again, I do these reviews for you, the people, because I want to discuss good comics and get your views on them. Thank y'all for watching. I shall have more videos up later today.